Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 28th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody did a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics in the lower 48 here across the area. We're going to start off with tropical. We'll be talking about Hurricane Humberto, which had winds of 145 miles an hour as of 5 p.m. this afternoon. We're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Imelda, which is located near the Bahamas, which has 40 miles an hour wind. We got a couple more tropical waves we need to monitor as they move off the African coast, so we need to monitor them. Scattered activity over South America, Central America. Got more activity in the Eastern Pacific. Some scattered activity across Puerto Rico. Also, not Puerto Rico, over here toward the Cayman Islands. Also over into portions of Cuba, just south of Haiti. I got some activity there, a little bit across the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, stretching over from Texas over towards Colorado and Wyoming. And there's more activity stretching into the Carolinas all the way up into St. John's Island and also across the north central tropical Atlantic. Alright, but first we're going to go ahead and start off with the forecast cone for today at the Hurricane Center with Major Hurricane Humberto, which has winds of 145 miles an hour with higher gusts. Here's the tropical storm force winds in yellow. Hurricane force winds in the orange looking color. Then we got major hurricane all the way through 2 a.m. Tuesday. Then a hurricane from 2 p.m. Tuesday all the way through 2 p.m. Wednesday. And also even a post hurricane up here at 2 p.m. Thursday over the central tropical Atlantic. Alright, we also have tropical storm watches also for Bermuda, just like I said the last night or the night before, that they would issue tropical storm force watches or warnings for your area in Bermuda, and they did. So, alright, but if you're tracking the system at home, it's located near latitude 25.5 north, longitude 65.4 west. Like I said, maximum sustained winds are near 145 miles an hour with higher gusts. Moving to the northwest at 13 miles an hour, and it's classified as a major hurricane with winds of 110 miles per hour. Alright, take a look at the Spaghetti-O models. They pretty well compacted with each other, pretty well in consensus. So we can see right here, here's the center of the storm, takes it to the northwest, just west of Bermuda, then to the north of Bermuda, and then it takes on off to the northeast and away from the area, across the northern tropical Atlantic, and head on over towards the Europe region as well. But it should dissipate before it even gets into Europe, like the last storm did, Gabrielle. Alright, now let's take a look at the intensity guide. As you can see, have about 130 knot winds equal to 145 miles an hour. Category 4, you can see it starts to decline through category 3, 2, 1 into a tropical storm. About 120 by some of the models to 168 hours out. There's only a few that wants to hang it on to a category 3 hurricane, even a 4, even a 2, and a 1, but right now they're going to think it's supposed to go out to a tropical storm later on down the road. So then we can say goodbye to Humberto about 5 to 7 days out. Alright, now here's the big story here. Here's Imelda. We still have tropical storm warnings along the Bahamas Islands here. You can see it here. They have discontinued all the tropical storm watches and warnings along the east coast because the storm is going to continue to push to the north and then take a hard right to the toward Bermuda. You're going to get a double whammy here. You're going to get some activity off of Hurricane Humberto, and also you're going to get some activity off of Bermuda. So, but you can see the forecast cone goes from here, 5 p.m. here, out here. It looks like it may try to make a little turn. It could, I would not be surprised, it could turn back to the west and come back westward. Right now, we're just going to go with this here for now, kind of dissipate it, but there's a possibility it could come back westward. But right now, I'm going to stick with the National Hurricane Center and just let it continue to go eastbound from there. Alright, if you're tracking the system at home, it's located near latitude 24.2 north, longitude 73.3 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving it to the north at 49 miles an hour. Classified as a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. Alright, now here's the Spaghetti-O models, and you can see they well compacted with each other, so it will make that hard right turn, so it will exit stage east. So you can see here it is over the central Bahamas, moving to the north, and there's that hard right turn, and then off to the north and east further from there over the northern tropical Atlantic. So we can say goodbye to Imelda. Alright, let's take a look at the intensity guidance. Right now about 35 knot winds, equal to 40 miles an hour. Tropical storm moves into a category 1, could become a category could be a category 2. Would not be surprised, it could be even category 3 possibly, but right now we're going to go with 2, and then eventually it's going to just fall back off into a tropical storm and then back into a tropical depression about 168 hours out by the intensity guidance of the models. Alright, now if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and thank you for tuning in to the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, where I'm keeping you up to date ahead of these storms. So we will continue to monitor, which in fact we have some good news for most of the East Coast. Imelda looks to be exiting stage right. So alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast for your Monday. We've got some shower activity across southeast Canada, northern Maine, thunderstorms and showers from around DC, West Virginia to the Carolina, Florida Keys, northeast Gulf, the Atlantic coastal waters, back to Georgia and Alabama. Some activity. Some of this activity is coming off of with tropical storm Imelda. We even have some flash flooding and heavy rain possible right on the coastal areas of South Carolina into North Carolina, around the Wilmington area, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Georgetown. You'll be included in that. Thunderstorms and showers off the southeast coast of Texas, northern Mexico through New Mexico up into South Dakota, Montana to Washington State, southwestern Canada, back down into California. Shower activity over North Dakota and South Canada. And then we got mixed precipitation over portions of Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, California, and Nevada regions as well. Otherwise, expect direct high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. And here is Major Hurricane Humberto at the far east of your screen. Alright, now let's move on to your Tuesday outlook now, if we can get to it. Okay, should be coming up here. Alright, you can see here's Hurricane Humberto. Here's a Hurricane Imelda. You can see we have some shower activity across southeast Canada. More thunderstorms and showers from West Virginia to the Carolina, Florida Keys, back into the northern Gulf to Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, up toward Tennessee, Kentucky. A little bit of flash flooding and heavy rain still around the Wilmington area, Myrtle Beach area on your Tuesday. More thunderstorms and showers over portions of New Mexico to Colorado, Nebraska, more in Wyoming to Montana to Washington, Oregon State to California, Nevada, Idaho region as well. More mixed precipitation in portions of Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, and California regions. Some shower activity across South Canada through the Dakotas, portion of Minnesota, southern Nebraska, northern portion of Kansas. Even more thunderstorms and showers over southwestern Canada as well, and a little bit across southeast Texas. Alright, otherwise expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches, warning, advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see all the tropical storm warnings and hurricane warnings in the Atlantic coastal water around the Bahamas and off the southeast coast. We got small craft advisory, gale warning from the Outer Banks all the way down to the Florida Keys. Special marine warning there as well. We got some air quality alerts over southeast Texas. Also got some flood watches, flash flood warnings, and flood advisories, severe thunderstorm warnings over areas of West Texas, and also into New Mexico, special weather statements in Minnesota, portion of Montana, air quality alerts over Washington State, and wind advisories there in portion of Northern California and Southern Oregon states. Alright, small craft advisory, gale warning from Northern California to Washington State, Southern Hawaii and Chain Island, around near southern, southwestern Alaska. Special weather statements inland to the east of Alaska. In Alaska, that is, excuse me. Alright, let's move over to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. We have no severe weather expected. Just some general thunderstorms from Wilmington down to Melbourne, Florida, El Paso up to Great Falls, Montana, over to Reno, Nevada, and then up here around the Dakotas, North Dakota, and also Minnesota. All right, now let's move on to the tropical weather outlook from the National Hurricane Center. We're going to use the 2 p.m. advisory because the 8 p.m. has not come out yet. But here's Hurricane Humberto. Here's Imelda. Right now, the rest of the tropics looks pretty quiet at this time. But there's a couple tropical waves you need to monitor, because if they sneak into the Gulf, sneak into the Caribbean and the Gulf, there could be trouble in the tropics coming up later on. So we'll continue to monitor that and see what happens. Could be more homegrown storms right along the East Coast. We'll keep you up to date as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.